This is a very common act of love that is actually putting millions of gentlemen to the risk of mouth cancer. This is very concerning. Gentlemen, gather here. So one of those days, I actually get to meet up with one of my friends, go to blood donation, and after we are done doing the blood donation, we actually have a conversation of life. How is everything going? And within the conversations that we're having, this actually popped up. He told me, man, I'm working with cancer patients, but I'm seeing men suffer with mouth cancer. A lot of men suffering with mouth cancer, and they literally got this cancer in a very simple way that looks as an act of love. That really touched me because he was explaining to me of how the lips are looking, of how the tongues are actually looking. It was heartbreaking. I cannot put the images here. You can just go on Google and look them up for yourself. I really did feel touched. I made some research. This is what I found out. That there is a common sexually transmitted infection called human papilloma virus, HPV, and it's mostly prevalent in women. HPV is a virus mainly responsible for cervical cancer and other less common cancers like the anal, the vulva, the vaginal, mouth, or throat, you get what I mean, and the penile cancers. And this is even what is most scary, that most people and most times the symptoms will never be seen, you get what I mean, because they literally take a long time to actually manifest as symptoms of HPV. So you cannot know who was it or who doesn't have it. That scared me. Then I asked myself, how then does a virus located far away from the mouth cause mouth cancer, or what they call oral cavity cancer? This is what I found out. That through orogenital contact, when the lips get in contact with the infected genitalia, they carry the human papilloma virus. And with this, it affects the mouth and the throat, which causes the oral cavity cancer and the oropharyngeal cancer, or the throat cancer. The oral cavity being everything within the mouth, that is to say the lips, the tongue, the gum, etc. This is even what is more interesting. According to the American Cancer Society website, this is what I found out, that these cancers, that is the mouth cancer and then the throat cancer, they are as thrice in men than in women. You get what I mean? And they continue to say that these cancers are slightly more common in white people than in black people. That simply tells you, black gentlemen, this was never our thing. It was never our thing. It's just a culture that is being imported within our culture, but it was never our thing. I don't think this is our forefathers literally showed intimacy to our mothers. And these are some of the symptoms: lip tumors, tongue tumors, mouth sores, difficulties in swallowing, constant throat pains, hoarseness, you get what I mean? All those are some of the symptoms of these cancers. How then do you prevent them? This is what the doctor told me. You have to vaccinate yourself against the virus. Secondly, you need to stay true to your partner. Bro, why do you have to go from one person to another? The Bible says there is no temptation that is not common to man. By the time you're tried, God knows you can stay true to that one partner. So stay true to your partner. And then lastly, regularly do oral checkups. Visit the doctor and then find how you are doing. Then for those that think cannot actually go without it and they are willing to actually take the risk, he told me that it's better you practice safe oral sex by using condoms or dental dams. But this is what I want to let us know. Gentlemen, this is way serious than we ever thought. It is a culture that is just imported within our culture. This is never how we used to do things. Subscribe to this channel so that when we get the opportunity to actually sit down and talk with a doctor on a long form that is recorded, you never get to miss it. Are we together? Simon speaking the African of things that actually do matter, that actually does matter. Gentlemen, let's take caution.